And welcome back in live here on the pregame show here on the Black College Sports Network. Charles Bishop Neely and, of course, our coach, Coach Brown.
That joker came in so cold.
That man, he cold.
I mean, like, you could be like, man, what's up, man, welcome back. That joker came in. That joker came in like.
He is the professional of this group.
Thank God.
Bring it, man. He brings it.
No doubt. Coach, your first Swipe Media Day.
Loving it.
Full-fledged.
Loving it. I'm loving it for the kids.
Sure.
Because, you can prepare them, but you can't prepare them until they get to the real thing. Yeah. So you give them the frequently asked questions, the questions you want them to hit our smart, fast, tough discipline. You want them to be prepared for everything. Yeah. But to see them and to see how clean and well impeccably dressed they are, I love it, man.
They are. And they're doing good, man. I had a chance to listen in on some of the interviews. The lights are bright, but they have not shied away. You brought two leaders with you.
Amen. Well, that's they earned it.
Yeah.
I didn't bring them. They brought themselves. They earned it. Niles, man, you got to understand, had to clean up his stuff in the classroom, knuckled up, and he did it. On the field, he's a grown man. In the weight room, conditioning, just leadership role. I mean, he rolled back with me one day from practice or somewhere, and we just had a candid conversation just about taking it to another level of leadership. And since the day Shador stepped on campus, he's been the same type of guy.
He has.
Yeah.
He has.
Coach,
go ahead, Chuck.
One of the things, and Neely and I were talking about even last night, was looking back in the 80s and 90s, the level of competition that Jackson State had back in the day. And with your recruiting ability, you have brought this standard, this level of competition back into Jackson State's program. Talk a little bit about just that aspect of getting us back to the upper tier of the SWAC.
We have an expectation, and the expectation is to win. The expectation is to go pro. The expectation is to be better persons, better men, better sons, better nephews, grandchildren, better friends, better teammates. So it's all about improvement of man. That's what we're all about. And these kids, man, I'm so proud of them. I don't like to say committed. They all in, man.
Yeah.
They all in on. And we talk all the time about we're the only team, and it's really still the first season. But the expectation is to win, not by just them outside, but everybody in the locker room. Yeah. We expect to win. So it's what a bust with us.
Yes, sir. You talked about that intangible leadership quality that the guys with you today, they earned these spots.
Yes, they did.
One of the things I witnessed that our fans did get to see is you were the only coach, those were the only players that got up and went to every team to shake hands, introduce, get a feel. Talk about that leadership aspect in Jackson State being at the forefront of making that move.
That's professionalism. That's professionalism. It's not saying that's how you work the room, but that's how you work the room. That's professionalism. We want to touch everything inside that room. When we're in that stadium, we want to touch every kid, every elder, every alumni, every fan inside that stadium. We want to touch you and ignite you and make you think and dream and profess something. We want you to have some type of opinion.
Yeah.
We want the opinion to be gracious.
Yeah.
But we're going to have some type of opinion, and our kids, just to see them go shake their future opponent's hand and look them in the eye and introduce themselves, man, so they can have a relationship, man. These kids, they need to have relationships. Ain't nobody talk no more. Everybody's right here on the damn phone. Talk, communicate.
I thought that was a big moment for them. I thought it was a good look for the brand.
Yes.
That we led the way in doing it, under your leadership to see that happen. I tell you something else I saw, Coach. Now, we hear, and this is a spirit of marketing, brand, and camaraderie, but when they were shaking hands, I saw some of those other players go, man, those some big boys. They looked apart now. And I talked to Niles about that. I said, Niles, I saw you get a couple of looks now. He said, I want them to see me.
And I told him to shake their hand and turn real slow. Real slow, like turn real slow. Turn real slow so they can see it all.
I think they've seen it, and it's coming.
It's coming.
Coach, we're some 40-some-odd days now from the Orange Blossom Class.
Only that many?
Only that many.
Wow.
Is there an excitement in terms of getting to fall practice and going through the process?
Yes. We're coming off a tremendous coaching seminar. Willie Taggart, Charles Kelly, Jason Garrett, Eric Bieniemy, just to name a few. Phenomenal. Encouraged, inspired, motivated, took our coaches to yet another level of where we want to be. And it increased the expectation. And I told the coaches, I'm not giving you this and I don't expect nothing back. Anytime someone gives something, they want to get something back.
Yeah.
Don't let this be misunderstood.
Yeah.
God loves a cheerful giver. That's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
But I expect something back. All right. When I put my money in the Pepsi machine, I expect something to come out. You see how I got that sponsor?
Yeah, I heard that.
I just
No, it's
got that sponsor now.
I'm learning. I'm learning. Yeah, I told Shador earlier. I said, let me touch the hem of your door so I can be made whole.
So we had a father-son moment this morning, man, that I love. Like I know he was coming to the room. Yeah. He's gonna come to the room. I know he wasn't gonna bring a tie, so I'm gonna have to have 5 or 6 ties to see what he want. Then whatever he don't choose, I get it. So he put his suit on, came on back after I gave him the tie, and he just profiling. He just looking. Then I put mine on. I said, all right, well, don't think you got me today. Now, I got you. I'm the father. I'm still the father here. Yeah. He's like, hey, no, Dad, I expect that from you. I can't applaud you from doing what you're supposed to do. I said, he getting it. He said, I can't applaud you for doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah. I said, remember that. Yeah. So when you're throwing a touchdown or 2 or 3 or 4, I'm not going to applaud you for doing what you're supposed to do. Like when you hear brothers on the street say, I take care of my kids. You're supposed to. Yeah, that's right. I'm a good daddy. You're supposed to be. But that was a great father-son moment.
I think so too, man. That's good stuff.
Coach, and from your coach hat, are you looking forward to those sort of father-son moments? You said in terms of 2 starters, Shador and Dylan Spencer, but just in taking a look at his progression, his maturity, coming in as a freshman, there'll be a target on him.
Let me tell you something about Shador. Shador has been down with COVID for the last, I think, week and a half or whatever the protocol is. He's been down. But the coaches kept in contact with him. He stayed at my house for a few days until he just got tired of me. So then he left, of course. He said my Wi-Fi didn't work and couldn't play his video games while he down.
I'm going to vouch for him on that. Yes, our calls drop a lot.
True.
True.
So I'm
going to vouch for him.
True. So Shador is already breaking down fam. Shador is watched several games from 2019. Yeah. He's already in, okay, let's put this in. We need to put it. That's the way he functions. That's the way he thinks. So he loves the expectation. On the break before he went down with COVID, Shador was in Houston working out with his quarterback coach, Darryl, and Trash was there working it too, the pro quarterback. So I'm like, how did you compete? He said, honestly, the ball was coming out of there. He was getting that ball out. That ball had some on it. Like, I said, okay, that's good. Now you see the expectation. Yeah. So called me back the next day. He said, I got him today. Yeah. He said that ball was coming out from mound on the day. I got him today, and the footwork and all that. So he just always wants to fine-tune his game and his understanding of the game. And I love that about it.
I asked him out front. Him and Niles are sitting there, so I was talking to both players. You know, what you're looking for from the day. Here's what Shador's response was. Looking back, get back to work.
That's who he is, man.
He's like, this is
an inconvenience to him.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm missing practice.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel. I'm missing practice.
Yeah.
And so that's who he is, man. That's who he is.
Coach, you mentioned this past spring gave you a tremendous insight in terms of what you needed. Does that give you, I guess, a bump going into the fall in terms of, okay, here's what we needed, here's the wants. I think I got it.
I don't know if it's a bump, but it was wonderful to have. I'm so darn thankful for the spring.
Sure.
Because if it had not been for the spring, I'd be still sitting with a locker room full of, I don't know what they're going to do when the heat is on. Yeah. Full of dudes like that that's looking at me like a deer, like I saw on the sideline when we going like, come on, let's go, we can win this game. And I'm like, they looking at me like,
can I go to the locker room?
Coach, I ain't built like that. I know you ain't. Don't worry about it. I got something for that. So I'm glad we had that because it's a tremendous evaluation, not only for the kids, but the coaches, though.
Yeah, sure.
So, and the kicking game as well.
Yeah.
So I can honestly sit here and say unequivocally, we've upgraded every position. It's not one position that we hadn't addressed.
Sure.
It's not one position that's not better than it was this past spring. And then those positions I'm talking about, they're competitive.
Yeah.
They have, like, you miss a practice if you want to. Okay.
Sure.
Go, see, we don't. I don't tell the kids you got to get your COVID shots. You got to get vaccinated. I wish they would.
Yeah.
But hey, man. Now if you go out, you out for 2 weeks. Now 2 weeks.
Dynamic change then.
Yeah.
It's
next man.
Yeah.
Because the next man is just as good. Ain't no big drop off.
It could be a Walter Payton come out of nowhere in 2 weeks.
Yeah. You have a cameraman come
Right.
out.
Yeah. It could be something special that can happen in 2 weeks. So that's on y'all. I can't force you to get vaccinated, but I strongly encourage you to.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I mean, Neely's around. I'm really excited.
And I appreciate the access. The pregame show, man. We
You in there?
fans.
So
I was showering the other day. Neely was like, "You need a soap?" That's how close he in there, man. He in
I'm
there.
not gonna mention the name of the soap because
Yeah. He in there. He in there. Like Neely is in there.
Yeah.
He beat me to practice nowadays.
I see. I get the text.
We gotta give Chuck because Chuck's a professional. Man. I just wish Jackson that thing, but Chuck got that.
He got that.
Him, he my Mike Tirico.
Yeah. With the little Barry White in it.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, Coach, you touched on something that we talked about last night that I'm looking forward to. And I'm finna get in your wheelhouse a little bit. You had a lot of turnover on the team. So you learned this spring, and now this team comes from. It's a really different.
It's a whole different team.
But let me tell you what's the same. That's the coaching staff.
Yeah.
So I was telling Chuck just last night, I'm looking forward to the growth of the staff. Because when we faced Southern, I think Southern was probably the only team we played that was a better team than us on that
Much
day.
better.
But what's lost in that translation, that staff had been together 9 years. Now we got a staff that's had a spring together. So I know the players have changed. But now you got coordinators and position coaches that have worked together for a spring and a summer. And the lights have been bright and it's been competitive. That's what I'm looking for, that flip to turn.
And it should. It should. You should see improvement in that. You should see improvement in all of us, me included, in situational football as well as preparation, practice scheduling. There's a lot goes into that stuff, and that stuff has to be on point to get what you want out of these young men because they're willing. They're more than willing to do whatever we ask because they want it.
Yeah.
They not only want to go to pro and take care of the families and the siblings and everything, but these kids want to make a mark. They want to make a difference.
Yeah.
They get it. Like, they understand what we have is something special, and they get it. And they really want to be a major part of that.
Sure.
They truly do.
It is special, bro.
It is very
I can't, you know what, man, last night I went to the room afterwards after we ate dinner, and I watched like the second show of the documentary. I can't wait till y'all see it. Because it's real.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
It captured everything behind the curtains of the season last year. I cannot wait till you see it.
Yeah.
The highs and the
you know,
lows.
I'm gonna give you a sneak peek.
Yeah,
y'all gonna get that.
Y'all
gonna
heard
get
that.
Yeah.
Coach, I think that's your camera right there.
Oh, I know what my camera is.
Oh.
Believe I know what camera. I don't know nothing.
So we get to see.
If I don't know nothing on TV, I learn with my camera.
No doubt.
I just want them to look in your camera here. Our coach say.
Y'all, because it's a trust.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I trust y'all.
Yes, sir.
I trust y'all. I trust y'all with me. I trust y'all with my kids. I trust y'all with this program. I really do. But
And,
y'all are good.
And you hit on something there. I appreciate the relationship and the trust, but the fact that you trust us with the players, that's on another level.
Yeah, that's a different
Because y'all are not trying to use them to catapult yourself somewhere like this other fool right here somewhere that I can't wait to check today. And you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
The kid is a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about that fool, but the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're attacking a kid?
Yeah.
You're trying to undress and uncover a kid? For what? And then you have the wrong information that you extracted. So now you set yourself up for a lawsuit. Because now you're dealing with...
And you know it's wrong, but in an attempt to be first and get the big splash,
And you messed it up.
attack a child.
But the kid hadn't pled it. It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's court case today. And you already put that out. So now you're messing with his potential income. Because you got that, what, NIL?
Yeah.
So now you're getting ready to be sued. That don't make sense.
Sure.
What comes off of that? Like, what?
A like, a share. Well, what we value, like you touched on, we value relationship capital. Everything we do on the pregame show is about the program and the student athlete.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether 5 people like it or 5,000, we're never going to do anything that harms the student athlete.
Kids are
That
kids,
harms the
man.
program. Yeah, this is somebody's child.
The kids is somebody's child, and there's more people involved in this. And I guarantee you this gentleman didn't talk to any of the people involved.
No.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
We did all our homework and all our assessment.
There's certain things that we, and I know you know, that we pick up at practice, it never sees a lot of that.
True.
Because that's coaching. That's something that's a a father-son type relationship between the coach
That's
and
right.
player. That needs to stay in-house. So folks are here to say, hey, man, y'all should have showed this. What happened to practice? No, we don't do that.
Right.
If it's not in the best interest of the student-athlete and the program.
Jackson State, yeah.
Why was HBCUs created?
Take care of us.
To take care of us.
Take care of us.
When did we stop doing that?
We lost the way. Somewhere along the way.
But we got to get back and take care of us.
Yeah.
So if a kid is bleeding on the sidewalk, I'm going to go help him and get him into the spiritual hospital.
Sir. Sure.
There's a guy
sir.
named Adam Jones that everyone abandoned. I went and grabbed him, cleaned him up. Guess what? Jerry Jones got him and moved him a block down from me, 2 houses down from me when he played with the Cowboys.
Pac-Man.
Wow.
I could go on and on with multiple stories.
Tyrone, the Tony Badger, he tells the same story that you reached out to him. Everybody threw him away, but he heard from Coach Brown.
There's a kid named Alonzo Spellman. I know you know Alonzo Spellman with the Bears. You remember he had the whole answer to that? Right. I saw him crying out on television. I said, Jerry, I can help that young man. Jerry sent a jet to pick that kid up the next day. He was still broken and battered and wasn't mentally stable. We got him the help he needed. Went on to play several more years and got another contract from the Detroit Lions, I believe. But we can't throw away. We can't throw away. There's a guy named Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Battered and bruised. What? Come on out, man. We got some for you.
That's our mission, man.
That's who we are.
That's what we were created to do.
Why are we shooting at folks when we there wounded?
We're not going to do it over here. And now we're not going to shoot. We're going to block.
That's why I'm comfortable. That's why I get my legs crossed when I sit around here with y'all. Because I'm comfortable like that.
And for the record, y'all, Coach dresses from the floor up.
From the floor up. Exactly. Yeah.
Most people go up there. I'm from floor up.
There you go.
Yeah. Coach, like
I need
Chuck
that
said,
red too. I don't have that red. See, I got it in blue. I don't have the red sweatshirt.
You got the red.
No, I don't have the red
No,
sweatshirt.
you got the red coming.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you got the red. I'm telling you what. Shout out to Campus Activity.
That's
black
it.
owned, black female owned business. HBCU.
They doing it.
Swag
Yeah,
on.
they doing it.
And,
I'm proud of
she
y'all.
gets it.
I'm proud of
she
y'all.
Gets it.
Yes,
She
she does.
sends us stuff, and we highlight Alexis behind the camera with hers on, and we got a red sweatshirt coming, Coach.
I got you. I needed to.
Yeah.
Give me a large because I like it snug on the shoulders.
It's been 21 days of prime.
You know,
It's been
hey,
21 days.
I'm getting ready for Miami.
I'm
getting ready for Miami because I'm contemplating right now. I had a meeting with Under Armour yesterday, Zoom call about, apparel, make sure we straight for the season, make sure all the kids are comfortable. But I told them I want a sheer shirt for the first game.
Coach.
I'm just joking. I'm joking now. I'm joking on that one. No, but I got to be right because when I'm coaching, I'm in my coaching, man, and I'm pointing like that. I want you to be able to hit that.
That'll blink. Yeah.
And when I go to the knees, I want you to be able to hit everything. Hit me on point. I want to be right.
That's why I tell them, Coach. See, they got me jammed up over the day. I'm what you call front fine. See, if I hit them straight on, they be like, man, Neely sexy.
Let me look at you. Go ahead. No, get back. Let me see.
I'm front fine.
You front fine.
I give them that. That was the prop star.
Yeah. It's a little better in the front. But you look good though.
Do y'all see how much fun I have with these?
You look good. I ain't never heard front fine.
I got to go with them. Straight ahead.
And so you got to understand that's a different walk too. Like as we start winning, I get a little more bow-legged. Because back in the late 70s, early 80s, bow-legged was
in.
Like,
yeah.
You see, like, you see Celestine walking with them bow legs? That's her name was Celestine. Celestine.
Well, man, we looking forward to a big ball.
Now y'all will mess me up.
Yeah.
How can I go sit down with anybody else now after that?
It's family, man.
Hey, it's family over here. This is what you want over here.
Appreciate you. I need to see you a little more now, dog.
No doubt.
Okay.
He had because he had to keep that professional swagger. You get on the camera, play a little bit.
Yeah.
Chuck is always.
Coach, you'll see me.
I just need to see you a little more.
No doubt.
Because I need you. Cause I'm gonna tell you what I want, and I told Neely this.
Okay.
It got to get to the point where whoever we're doing the broadcast that week of the game, they're gonna have to sit down with y'all because y'all know us better than everybody.
Sure.
And y'all know some of the inside stuff
We do.
that I may not tell them because I don't trust them, but
Trust us.
trust
We
y'all.
appreciate that
We
trust.
appreciate that, Coach.
Much love, baby.
Coach, get out there and kill them some more, man.
Thank you.
I'm finna get bow-legged on them.
Y'all get this walk off now.
I know.
That's still in the shot.
Show the bow leg. Neely, Charles Bishop, Coach Prime, pregame show here on the Black College Sports Network.
We got Niles Gaddy and Shadur Sanders can join us for a segment at some point, so can't leave the two players out.
Sure thing.
But we're going to be back.
We'll be back.
Black College Sports Network is streaming live on all sorts of platforms, but we're going right now on the pregame show, Jackson State Sports Show. Charles Bishop.
Neely,
My man.
my man.